yourself. Sometimes you got to make it about yourself. Bring the warrior out yourself. Bring the warrior out yourself.
Now the starting lineup for the visiting.
Guards taking center stage tonight, RJ. This league has morphed from interior base to perimeter dominated.
Yeah, so we're seeing a lot more games headlined by backcourt players. Also, coaches using lots of three-guard type lineups, so it's a lot of small ball. It makes for a quicker, higher-scoring style of game.
And to look at the starters for the Knicks. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with OG Anunoby. Then there's Jalen Brunson. Then there's Achua. And it's Bridges in at the 2 spot. Shot is good by Curry.
And you're asking for trouble when you give Curry this positioning. He's so efficient down there.
Brunson against Curry. Pass to Towns. Outside Anunoby. Bridges outside. Shot clock at 6. Nails it from beyond the arc.
The top 2 things Bridges does well: defend and hit jumpers off the catch.
Here's Grimes, and he gets that one.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
Curry against Brunson. Down low. Here's Towns. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson. Plenty of space. And there's another one for the Warriors.
That's a fantastic decision by Curry. Defense too focused in on Steph.
The Knicks have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Anunoby finds Brunson. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Achua for 3. And Toppin pulls it down. The Warriors have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. The last few seasons, the Knicks have had a defensive-minded approach.
And that's been the key for them getting back into the postseason, B.A. I mean, they play great team defense and pride themselves on getting stops.
Now here's Brunson. He chipped in with 13 points in his last game. Oh, and Jackson with the block. On the wing, Curry. Over Brunson. Jackson. It's good on the putback.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
New York has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Anunoby passes to Achua. Bridges outside. Now here's Achua. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Towns. Anunoby for 3. The rebound by Jackson. And here are the Warriors now. They're on an 11-3 run, and it's rejected. Bridges against Payton, and here's Brunson from the arc. And the Knicks miss again. The Warriors leading. Now Curry. What a tremendous game he played against the Lakers. Grimes. It's good from the top of the key. Grimes has got 6.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
It's stolen by Curry. Pass to Grimes. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. Trailing by 10. This game coming after the loss versus the Kings.
Defensively, they weren't up to the task. Didn't play as a cohesive unit, and it really hurt them.
Boy, they looked like they were asleep on that end of the floor. No one was talking. No one was paying attention. Yeah, it was rough. And he's off to an impressive start. Always nice to get 3 of your first 4 to drop.
Brunson looks it over. Doubled by Payton. Brunson finds Bridges. Outside Brunson. Here's Towns. Back to Brunson. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Curry. Kicks it out to Anunoby. Nails it from 3.
And the find by Brunson. More than capable of running the offense.
Inside, here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
Towns for three. The shot misses.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Pass to Curry. There's a minute 17 left in the first quarter. Toppin's shot is off.
When it comes to Golden State over the last 10 to 15 years, what stands out to you the most, RJ?
Just the fact that you can never count out the Warriors. Every time they've gone through adversity, they seem to come out of it even stronger.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Moody's checked in for Payton, and it's Josh Giddey in for Grimes. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Hachimura's checked in for Achua. Josh Hart comes in for Anunoby. Horton Tucker, he's checked in for Bridges. And it's McBride in for Jalen Brunson. Now here's Giddey, coming off a 12-point game. There's 47 seconds left in the first. From the top of the key, he buries it.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
To the inside. Pass to Horton Tucker. The three ball. And it's Giddey with a rebound.
Hey, sometimes you miss even under the best of circumstances.
Here's Curry. And out of bounds. The Knicks will take it. Looney's checked in for the Warriors. Kleba comes in for Toppin. Sims, he's checked in for New York. Brunson comes in for Horton Tucker. And for the Knicks, they're shooting 33% in the first quarter. From 9 feet out. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
And each year, Brunson seems to get better. And that's a testament to his impressive work ethic and drive.
First free throw is good. Both free throws good from Brunson.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
And here are the Warriors now. They're leading by 8. Pass to Curry. Top of the key. And the jumper is good. Curry's got 9 points.
So challenging to guard in pick and rolls. Curry excels at exploiting the defense in these sets.
And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. The Warriors on top, leading by 10. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And from what we've seen here from the Warriors, what's your take so far?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified some weaknesses, and they are exploiting them.
On the floor for New York, Josh Hart is out there with Rui Hachimura. Then there's Talen Horton Tucker. Then there's Jalen Brunson. And it's McBride in at the 3. Now here's Hachimura. 11 points for him last game against Sacramento. Pass to Hart. Here's McBride. Over to the left wing. To the paint. Here's Horton Tucker. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
Nice feed inside. Saw the play develop and hit him right when he needed to.
Here's Curry. Brunson defending. Fires for 3. Curry's shot is off. Knicks shooting right at 35%. Not getting what they want out there. Pass to Hart. Outside Brunson. From deep three-point land. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Since we have a chance, let's see the player of the week for the Western Conference. Stephen Curry.
And his team counts on him to lead the offense and make things happen out there. And lately, he's done just that. He's giving a ton of energy and done everything in his power to help them succeed.
Payton's checked in for the Warriors. Grimes comes in for Giddey. You know, when you look back on Stephen Curry's career, it's still amazing that he fell to the 7th pick in the draft.
You think a few teams regret that one, B.A.? Look, as great as a shooter as he is, teams were scared off by his build because he didn't have that typical NBA strong body.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, Jalen Brunson has been a steadying presence at the point guard spot for the Knicks. Coach Thibodeau said his mind is probably his greatest asset. He's always been that way. He's mastered all the fundamentals, and the game's not too big for him. Brian?
Yeah, in either sense of the word, right? All right, Allie, thank you. Good stuff.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you got to shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
Left side, Curry. Curry, what a tough finish.
He's a magician inside. Curry always finds a window.
Pass to Hart. Outside Brunson. Warriors with the rebound.
They're losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
And so it's Hart with it. He brings it up for New York. It's a 10-point game. Last time they met was in New York.
They hit a couple big shots, but overall, there was a lack of consistency. Just not their night at the offensive end.
And tonight, I expect them to play better offensively. Try to get some closer looks.
Now here's Brunson, a dependable player on offense, giving them over 13 a game.
Not his best efficiency this quarter. Look, sometimes that's how it goes.
Oh, nice shot by Grimes.
The offensive success is due in part to his quality shooting. He hasn't wasted too many looks.
Now a timeout called by New York. And as we head into this break, the players have an opportunity to replenish their energy with Gatorade as they prepare to go into the final stages of this ballgame.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, not to mention over the course of a season, you have to stay hydrated. If you don't, it's amazing how much slower your body is to bounce back. It can have a serious effect on performance, no question.
And the Knicks making a change here. Achua's checked in for Hachimura. Towns comes in for Hart. OG Anunoby's checked in for McBride. And Mikal Bridges subbed in for Horton Tucker. Well, for the title contenders, Grant, how hard is it to stay focused during this home stretch of the regular season?
It is hard, but, you know, the best teams have the strong leadership, BA. They have guys that help you stay locked in as a group, so you don't lose sight of the overall goal.
Richard, you got to love how Mikal Bridges rises to a challenge.
A very hungry player, but also selfish. Bridges hustles to be whatever you need him to be. And like you said, there's a lot to love about that.
McBride, he's checked in for New York.
Since being given more responsibility, Bridges has really blossomed and wants to continue getting better.
There's a screen by Toppin. Giddey passes to Toppin. Back to Giddey. Pass to Toppin. Kicks it out to Jackson. Takes the three. Towns with a rebound. The Knicks have gotten only 2 of 8 field goals to go in the second. Here's McBride. Giddey defends. Toppin against Towns. Here's McBride. Screen by Bridges. Launches it from deep. McBride can't get it to go.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots. Hey, nice work attracting the foul from deep. He'll shoot 3.
The first free throw is good. Josh Hart's checked in for McBride. And he's good on the second. And he makes all 3.
He wasn't quite as assertive as he needed to be in the first quarter, but now he's taking a more head-on approach and getting himself to the line.
Now here's Hart. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. From the left block. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson. No good by Golden State. New York has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Hart finds Anunoby. Tries a 9-footer. Oh, and Jackson with the block. Payton attacking. Oh, a two-handed power slam.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Now here's Bridges. Outside Anunoby. It's Hart on the wing. Bridges, a screen on Payton. Hart passes to Bridges. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
It's a classic play, and it gets Bridges the opening he needs.
Bridges against Giddey. Back to Toppin. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And the Knicks making a change here. Payne's checked in. That free throw, no good.
Yeah, they're playing a much more physical game here in the second quarter.
Stephen Curry, he's checked in for Giddey. 24 seconds left in the second quarter. Hart against Payton. Here's Hart. No points so far. Clock at 6. To the middle. Here's Towns. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It goes on Obi Toppin.
For a big, Towns is an effective free throw shooter. You really can't give him too many looks from the line.
And so Towns nails them both. And here's Curry with 1 on the clock. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Warriors ahead, up by 16. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Well, Carl, they're...
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this.
And hello, everybody.
Hey, this is their style of basketball. Pushing the tempo, getting easy points in transition. Literally, they're running away with this game.
Yeah, they're running off made shots. They don't care.
And now let's take a moment. The fans hitting us up on social media. A profound inquiry from NBA crossover kings. Which animal would make the best defender?
Rawr! My favorite animal, of course, a tiger. Quick, ferocious. You ever see one of them up close? They can cover a lot of ground. I got 15 of them at the crib.
Get out. No, I've even never seen a tiger jump. I stay away from deadly animals.
That's not true. You work with one all the time. Rawr!
15 tigers? I thought you had 16, Shaq. What happened to that other one?
No, that was the 80s.
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And so it's Curry with it. He brings it up for the Golden State Warriors. Earlier in the game, they led by 19. A moment here for an injury report. All right, let's get an update now on OG Anunoby from Allie LaForce. What'd you find out, Allie?
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for New York provided some information. He said the ankle is definitely swelling, but at this point, they're thinking it's only a sprain. And in this crucial time of the season, any injury can have a major impact on a team. We'll have to make some immediate adjustments, guys.
Okay, thanks for the update. Good to get that information. Now we know how things are coming along, Grant.
That's true. It's the uncertainty factor with injuries that can be so hard to handle.
And you never want to speculate. So it's nice for us, and especially his teammates, to get some facts.
Jackson out there with Obi Toppin. Then there's Gary Payton II. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Grimes in at the 2-guard spot. And that's the group for Steve Kerr as we begin the second half. And one of the better defenders in the league, Grant, Mikal Bridges. He'll lock you down.
Oh, he will be often matched up against the opponent's best scorer. And he is just so fierce. But he also helps you generate offense, hitting threes and extending the defense to create room to operate.
Clock is at 3. Here's Anunoby. Pass to Brunson. Tipped away. Oh, stolen by Payton. Here's Grimes. Good. 8 buckets in 12 attempts.
The scoring is coming easy for him. Got to keep the ball in his hands.
Now a timeout called by New York. Well, Richard, you had 4 finals appearances and faced some legendary competition in each one.
Yeah, I went up against Shaq and Kobe, Duncan and David Robinson, Durant and Curry. That's why I lost 3 of them. But I was a part of the greatest championship ever in 2016, beating those 73-win Warriors.
Now here's Bridges. 7 points in the game. Towns outside. Over Toppin. And there's Towns on the assist from Anunoby.
It's easy money for Towns from 15 to 18 feet.
Down low. Here's Jackson. It's rebounded by New York. Towns down low. Guarded by Payton. Achua passes to Towns. Outside Anunoby. Back to Towns. Pass to Achua. 3 on the clock. And the 3 off target. Golden State has gone 5 of 10 from beyond the three-point line in this game. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
The Knicks are in the nation's media capital, but Coach Tom Thibodeau said, "I've never felt pressure. I've been at this a long time. I approach it the same way. I put everything I have into each and every day. I'm willing to live with that result. There's no one who studies his team harder than I do."
No, he has made the difference for sure. Thanks, Allie. Here's Grimes. Got a piece of it. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. Brunson misses.
It hasn't been all bad shots for him, but you wouldn't know that looking at his percentage from the field.
Shot from 16. Curry's shot is off.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
And it's Gary Payton II with a foul. That's his first foul of the game. And you look at two-way players who split time between the NBA and G League. They become important to roster construction, RJ.
It is, but I think also that the NBA has to make sure that these guys are taken care of because they're less expensive, so they end up having to do this bouncing back and forth. And you can have 3 guys shuffling back and forth. It's given a lot of young players an opportunity to prove themselves, but I still think that the teams need to make sure that they're taken care of.
Basket counts. And the Warriors lead by 18.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Grimes' shot is off. New York has gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. Outside Brunson. Bridges, a screen on Giddey. Here's Brunson. And the Knicks miss again. And the Warriors shooting just 36% in the third. Here's Giddey. Keeps it alive.
Beautiful effort on that tip-in. High activity level is part and parcel of his game.
1:44 left in the third quarter. Brunson against Giddey. Now here's Brunson. Defense right on him. Bridges outside. From down in the low post, it goes. Towns has got 7 points here in the quarter. Now a timeout called by Golden State. So for the Knicks, Hachimura's checked in for Achua. Gordon Tucker comes in for Bridges. And it's McBride in for Jalen Brunson. Now here's Giddey. Tight defense on him. A nice shot by Toppin.
Taking it right at the rack. I mean, that defense is looking real frustrated.
That's the kind of aggression you want to see when you've got a team on the ropes.
Soft touch off the glass. And now we get a little perspective here on how the hustle game has been for the Warriors.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
They're also finding a lot of points tonight off the transition play, running the floor and using the fast break to beat the defense.
Josh Giddey, first personal foul. Third team foul.
And he makes the first.
Shooting for New York, Miles McBride.
That one's no good. The Warriors have gotten 7 of 15 shots to hit in this second half. From deep, Giddey. Horton Tucker grabs the miss. And for New York, they're shooting just 36% in the third. Hachimura outside. And again, the Knicks missing.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from three.
And that one hits the back iron. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. McBride off the mark there with a three.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time. And
they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Yeah, and you don't have to be quick. You just have to be deliberate.
Yep, that one's good.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Here's Giddey. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better. You'll take it.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors sitting on a comfortable 21-point lead at the end of the quarter. Defense is setting the tone. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And we take a listen in now to Tom Thibodeau on a recent huddle.
Everyone talking down there. Rebound and run. Rebound and run.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court right now for the Knicks, they've got Jalen Brunson. Rui Hachimura is out there with Josh Hart. Then there's Talen Horton-Tucker, and it's McBride in at the three. Now here's Brunson. Pass to McBride. Outside Brunson. Here's Hachimura. No good there. Looney with some nice D. Golden State has gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight. And here's Curry for three. Hart pulls it in. Hart's got his 5th rebound in this one. Brunson, a good look. And it's cleared by Stephen Curry.
If he gets that look again, he should take it. You can't let one miss scare you off of a very good shot.
Here's Looney. And that one's good with extra effort on the glass. Looney's got his first bucket in this one.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
The kick out to Brunson. With the teardrop. And he lays it in.
Inside Brunson is pretty deadly. Just dropping his shot in.
And Curry's got the ball here for the Warriors. Their next game playing at home as the Grizzlies come to town. It'll be the second of 3 straight games on their home floor.
See, he had time to line it up, and you know what? He's capable.
Now a timeout called by New York. Jackson, he's checked in for the Warriors. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Mikal Bridges checked in for Horton Tucker. Shot from 12. Here's Hachimura, and it's slammed in by Hachimura.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Pass to Brunson. Hachimura up top. Shot is up. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got 9 rebounds now. From deep three-point range, Curry, no good.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
And it's Bridges with the jam.
And Bridges refusing to settle for the layup, locked in on throwing it down.
Right side Curry. Takes it inside. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Giddey. Curry's got 21.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
And a deep three from Curry. From beyond the arc and then some. Curry's got 8 here in this quarter.
And their strategy is obvious. manufacture looks from outside the arc.
With the way they're shooting, there's no need to look for any other shot. Just keep letting it rain.
Doing what he can to help shrink the deficit, but it has to be a team effort.
The Warriors have gone 5 of 8 from the field so far in the fourth. And here's Curry for 3. It's rebounded by New York. Bridges passes to McBride. Offline with a 3. Golden State has gone 3 of 7 from the perimeter during the fourth. Jackson gets the bucket.
This man sees everything on the court. Curry just dropping dimes out there.
The dive for the ball. Stolen by Jackson. Outside Giddey. Takes a 3. Pure from three-point range.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Now here's Curry. 1:51 left in the final quarter. The three-pointer off the mark. Well, the Knicks shooting just 35% from the floor. Bridges passes to McBride, and he converts the layup.
The defense got crossed up, and Bridges takes advantage with that pass.
Golden State has gone 4 of 9 from three-point range in the fourth. Oh, it's stolen by Hachimura. Hard with it. Pass to Brunson. Inside, Hachimura. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Warriors.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And this is win number 60 for the year. A huge milestone for them and a testament to the effort and energy these guys bring every night.
Only a 2-game series and they win both. They have to be satisfied with this.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Stephen Curry.
And he was getting buckets all night long, giving the defense that work.
They've got a commanding lead.
It just seems like everything is going their way.
The shot's good on the assist by Giddey.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
Fires the 3. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Brunson outside. It's rebounded by Kleber.
He's trying to find his shot, but at some point you have to start making these.
Releases, gets an open look and hits it. Curry's got 31 points.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
And so Golden State takes this one, and by a big margin. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
And that about wraps it up. This is Brian Anderson, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in as New Balance presents our player of the game, Stephen Curry.